Hi, I'm Tom Lydon, editor of ETF Trends here in Hollywood, Florida at the Inside ETF conference. And I'm here with John Love, who's President and CEO of USCF Investments. Great seeing you, John.
Good to see you, Tom. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about oil. That's really what you guys are focusing in on. And we've seen some creep come back to that price of oil. What's going on?
Well, we've just come off of 3 years of banner headlines. You had, of course, we hit last year just about the all-time highs in storage in the US and globally. 512 million barrels in the US, 3.1 billion barrels globally. And we've come off of that, but only about 5% with a seasonal adjustment in there. So it's really not all that impressive number-wise. However, we are making good progress in the right direction. What's really happening is the announcements from OPEC over the last couple of weeks, the concerted effort to show the market that this deal that they struck in November, they're really behind, they really think they're going to hit their numbers, and they really believe that they're going to pull this off. So, or at least they want the market to believe that. So they're fully committed and they want everybody to know they're going to try to knock that supply out of the market at least for the next couple of months and eventually start to knock that inventory down.
So in general, we're seeing inflation start to rear its ugly head, and obviously oil's a big part of that. So with that in mind, I mean, do you think we're going to go higher from here?
I think that we're going to have some volatility for a while. We're going to see, I think this year will be the stabilization year. Last year was sort of the recovery, at least back to decent prices. The possibility is always there to go higher based on global politics and anything that goes wrong. But I think what we really need to see, we've got the Saudi announcements that are propping up the market right now. The numbers are going to start coming out, and we're as we get into spring, we'll really get the real numbers with adjustments. So the market will react now. I think you're going to have what you've seen so far this year, some ups, some downs, but I think it's going to be the second half of the year when we really kind of figure out where the market, are we for sure headed to a higher price, or are we going to stick around where we are?
So you have a lot of advisors that use your tools to really trade, right? You have a lot of traders.
Correct.
You also have advisors that say, hey, listen, this is going to be a part of the portfolio. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, we have a number of ETFs that just invest in a single commodity, like USO, which is purely just the front month future contract in crude. And we have other products that are like USCI, which is a broad basket, holds 14 commodities at a time, and rebalances monthly to what our systematic rules we think are indicating are a favorable place to be. And it's also, there's a diversification rule there that we think keeps the portfolio widely diversified and maybe attractive as an option. But in terms of the trading products, USO, UNG for nat gas, we have a Brent oil fund, a gasoline fund. When you're trading those, you want to be aware of what's going on with the price. You're in a very concentrated position. You also need to be aware of the structure of the futures markets. So I know a lot of people are familiar with contango. You want to know, is contango present? Is there any chance that we're going to move into what's called backwardation, which is where you could actually pick up some yield from the futures roll? Right. But you want to be aware of which way that's going, as well as what your outlook for price is.
Well, I know you folks provide a lot of education as well. Anyway, thanks for being here, and I'm always learning more and more about what you guys are doing. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
Thanks.